Hey, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're going to start with this one first. The US flies nuclear bomber and F-35 jet near Russian border. So we're going to see what's going on in this one here, guys. We have more breaking news. You have Ukraine and Russia reached a deal to evacuate Kursk Oblast residents, Russian official claims. Now, Ukraine and Russia have agreed to evacuate residents of Kursk Oblast through Belarus to other parts of the country, a Russian official claimed today, February 24. All right, so we're going to see what's going on with these two breaking news. Once again, please share the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And make sure you check out this video. I just posted this not too long ago. Emergency lockdown in Ohio, shelter in place activated. So once again, this link will be in the comments box along with the other links. I did post a couple of videos today. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for your love and support. Let's see what's going on with this one here. U.S. flies nuclear bombers, F-35 jets near Russian border. So on Monday, once again, the Pentagon sent a U.S. Air Force B-52 Stratofortress strategic bomber and a formation of supporting fighter jets over Estonia airspace, very close to Russia's doorstep. Now, crucially, the large bomber is capable of carrying nuclear weapons. That's very true. Now, this is not a doomsday plane. This is not considered a doomsday plane. This is like one of those Nighthawk, they call it Night Watcher, something like that. It's it's capable of carrying nuclear weapons. So it says here, reports say that the accompanying F-35A Lightning II fighter jets approached the Russian border during the flight. All right. So once again, let me just play this video really quick here. So after Russia flies, oh yeah, a couple of days ago, they flew a couple of their bombers. I think it was Tu-95s near Alaska last week, and the U.S. Air Force sent one over Estonia. Give me a second here. Man, that's a big bird. Wow. Man. That's amazing how they got it all lined up. I gotta see that one more time. Look at that. Wow. Jeez. Now, this is not sending a message to Russia. They're not sending a message. Again, they do these type of stuff, especially Russia and China. They get, they have their bombers and stuff like that close to Alaska. And you have Canada and the U.S. They have to, escort them and say, hey, get out of here. You're getting way too close to our airspace. Let me see this picture really quick here. Wow. Very close. The air traffic monitoring site Flight Radar 24 confirmed and tracked the bomber flight group's path. Also, at a moment, NATO has been sending increased air patrol mission over the Baltic region, which Moscow has complained about. Now, these flights have been supported by NATO Joint Expeditionary Force and come amid months of controversy over allegation that the Russian Shadow Fleet tankers are damaging telecom cables under the Baltic Sea. Now, this also appears a response to the Russian aircraft buzzing the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone, the ADIZ, just days ago. Once again, North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, tracked Russian aircraft off Alaska on February 19. It was an unspecified amount and type of the Bear aircraft, according to NORAD statement. But typically, the Bear sends its own long-range bombers on such flights. As part of the aforementioned NATO integrated mission, the U.S. recently deployed a pair of B-52 Stratofortress strategic bombers. And this was towards air base in Romania, which is not far from the Ukrainian border. This means that even as the Donald administration rapidly pursues a peace deal with Moscow related to the Ukraine war, tensions between the Bear and Western alliance continue to soar and be on edge. While the Bear semi-regularly flies bombers off Alaska and international airspace, it has not actually stationed bombers on the ground at bases in the vicinity of North America. Certainly, the U.S. parking bombers in NATO eastern flank member Romania has set off alarm bells at the Kremlin. All right, so once again, that's the big breaking news coming out when it comes to those bombers. And what is it, F35's? Was it the F35's? Yeah, you had at least, how many F35's were there? There was like 6, right? Give me a second here. Yeah, so there's like 6 F-35s, and you have the nuclear bomber in the middle. Yeah, so you have 6 F-35s, and you have the B-52 nuclear bomber, that big plane. All right, so we're going to jump with the next news. Once again, please share the video, guys. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so you have these two countries, Ukraine and the Bear, reached a deal to evacuate Kursk Oblast resident, the Bear official claims. Things are going down in that region. You got North Korean soldiers, you got the Bear soldiers, Crane soldiers, you got a lot of stuff going on. All right, so it says here, Crane and the Bear. Again, Ukraine and Russia. Crane and the Bear have agreed to evacuate residents of Kursk Oblast through Belarus to other regions of the country. A Bear official claimed on February 24. There are people who are already in Sumy Oblast today, and there is an agreement with the Red Cross and the Ukrainian side that they will be evacuated through Belarus to Russia. The Russian Rights Commissioner Tatiana said on February 24th. It is unclear how many people will be relocated under this agreement. Crane launched a surprise incursion into Kursk Oblast in August 2024 and still holds significant territory in the region. Many believe Crane's control of Kursk Oblast could be a bargaining chip in potential peace negotiation with the Bear, Russia. Now, the Bear media has been reporting allegations that Ukrainian troops has taken innocents, including women and young ones and elderly, both in their homes, and while attempting to evacuate them in vehicles, the areas where Ukrainian forces have been operating. Crane's Center for Countering this, has dismissed these claims as disinformation, adding that the Bear has been working to create a narrative of Ukrainian atrocity. Actually, there were pictures and videos that these Ukrainian soldiers has done very bad things, including going after the women's out there. So I'm not going to say too much, but there were videos and there were pictures, and it was very sad. Very sad. Many of them had husband. It seems like possibly the husband were, I don't know what they did, but it's just very sad. What they did was wrong. And so that's the reason why they are evacuating those regions. You leave those poor people alone. They're living off the grid. Again, they don't bother no one. But again, Crane just decided to go into that, peaceful village. People just living off the grid, and they want to go in there. All right, so it says here, the Bear Gov has been pumping in lots of money to create a Bear Bucha. Hundreds of civilians were out by the Bear troops in the Kiev suburb of Bucha during the Bear occupation of the area in spring 2022. In the information space, by any means necessary, spreading fake, about the alleged terrible lawlessness of Ukrainians on the territory of the Bear Federation for several months now, the center said in late January. The Bear authorities routinely appeal to the international community and accuse Ukraine of committing atrocity, while simultaneously block the International Red Cross representative from accessing the sites of these alleged crimes. Instead, they rely on the complicity of the Bear Red Cross office, whose neutrality and impartiality remains questionable. Unlike these propagandist narratives, the Bear war crimes have been documented by international organizations. The UN Human Rights Monitoring Mission in Ukraine has recorded 79 executions of Ukrainian prisoners of war by the Bear forces since August 2024. The Bear official claim 500 are missing in Kursk Oblast, but many locals believe the true number is closer to 3,000. Meanwhile, the U.S. leader Donald has been pushing for Russia war against Ukraine to be resolved swiftly. The first step came on February 18 when the Bear and U.S. officials met in Saudi Arabia for preliminary talks. Without Ukraine. Donald has previously promised to end the biblical war in Ukraine within 24 hours, and since his victory in the U.S. presidential election, that timeline has been revised. Once again, the U.S. administration has reportedly told European officials that it hopes to achieve a ceasefire agreement by Easter, which falls on April the 20th. That would be amazing to see something like that, because it's coming to a point that things are not looking good. Absolutely not looking good. Okay, give me a second here, guys. I want to see if there's any more updates. Yes, we do. We have something here. 18 minutes ago, you have U.S. and Ukraine rare earth minerals deal nears final agreement. They've been talking about this for a long time. I mean, I talk about this a lot. It's coming to a point that I'm just going to say, forget it. Man. Congo, for those of you that don't know, it seems like Congo is also offering U.S. rare earth minerals. Congo is like, we need your protection, U.S. We have a lot of rare earth minerals. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, Congo's asking for help. In exchange, we get some of their rare earth minerals. Both U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they are close to signing the long-debated rare earth minerals deal, with Donald hinting Zelensky could visit the White House soon to finalize it. Now, key updates in the latest draft. The sleeping giant drops demand for Ukraine to fund a $500 billion reconstruction investment fund. Ukraine retains more control over revenue from minerals, oil, and gas. The U.S. commits to long-term financial support, but no military guarantees. A provision allows for mining projects in the Bear-occupied areas if recaptured. All right. Donald said this. He gave a very important message. Stop all this. Stop the taking out the innocent. Stop all this and bring world to peace. Donald said, I've been elected by the American people to restore common sense to Washington and indeed to the world. Very powerful. I believe strongly that it is in the best interest of the U.S., Europe, Ukraine, and Russia to stop all this now and bring the world to peace. I ran against a very foolish foreign policy establishment. Yeah. Let's stop there. Amazing. Yes, because the dude that was running this land before Donald, oh my goodness. Again, I'll tell you guys about these Warhawks. Man, it was just terrible. It was terrible. They just wanted to continue giving Crane money. Here, more money, more money, more. It's like, man, what are you doing here? Those Warhawks are gone. I ran against the very foolish foreign policy establishments, and their recklessness has led to many out. Under our administration, we are forging a new path that promotes peace around the world. So Donald is saying the last dude, Joe, he was all about war. We don't want this. We want to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's amazing. That's what we want. Again, we don't want. There's so many widows out there now. There's so many young ones without a dad, because they were their dad were told to put on the camouflage and never throw in the front line. They don't last for 5 minutes. I want to bring this one up. Macron warns Donald. Vladimir violated peace before. Yeah. You think Joe didn't violate a peace? I mean, if that's the case, why did he pardon half of his family? Again, it goes to tell you that lawlessness will running this sleeping giant, and there's no way we're going to be trusting those sleeping giant lawlessness. Again, Joe administration and all them. There is a good reason for Donald to re-engage with Vladimir, but my experience is the following, and I shared it with Donald and the team. In 2014, our predecessor negotiated peace with Vladimir, but because of the lack of guarantees, especially security guarantees, Vladimir violated this peace. I had several discussions, especially at the beginning of 2022, with Vladimir. Said 15 days before the launching of strike, he denied everything, but we didn't have security guarantees. One thing I'll tell you is that I pray that this thing ends. Alright. We'll pray that this war ends. Alright, guys, I'm just going to end it here. I'm looking for more information, but it seems like this is all of it. Let me just refresh the page really quick here. Yeah, it seems like this is all of it for now, guys. All right. All right, so I'm gonna end it here, but I want to thank every single one of you for your support. Make sure you subscribe, guys, and triple check your notification bell. And again, thank you again for your love and support. All right, so my next one is gonna be a Grand Supreme News. Follow me there. And again, make sure you follow me in my other channels. All the link will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.